Ho, ho, ho! Santa Claus don't always wear a red hat and suit. Ho, 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 ho. Well, how y'all doing? I gotta tell you, happy Easter, everybody. It's a beautiful day here in Tennessee. Sun is shining, there's a nice breeze, the birds are singing, and the grass is growing about knee deep because I ain't got out there and cut it. I think I need my old friend up there in Maine to come down here and show me how to mow the yard. I can't believe that after I was cutting up with him about him out there mowing his snow, that shoot, he just sent pictures the other day. It's all gone already. I never would have imagined that much snow could disappear that fast. Wow. Anyhow, just want to catch up on a few things. These two shirts you see hanging here, that's it. That's all I've got, and that's all I'll have for a while. This is a large, and this one is a 4XL. That's all I got. This one's $13, that is $17. That's shipping included here in the United States. Whew. A very nice friend and viewer, Bruce down in Australia, he sent me $25 for the red one. And I said, thank you very much. I went and mailed it, and it cost me $22.75 to mail it. So when Paul, that won the water glass, that other drawing, his brother donated a little bit for Marley too, and I said, listen, let me send your brother a little something. He didn't want no decals. I said, let me send him a glass. So his brother says, I want one of them beer mugs. I said, sorry about that. I said, if a damn t-shirt costs $22.75 to mail, a 3-pound beer mug's gonna probably cost me $50. So he ain't getting that. I'm gonna make him a nice glass. Oh my goodness. Listen folks, Marley is getting a little bit more used to her wheelchair. She's getting to where she'll actually come to me. Whenever I start to get the wheelchair out, she will come to me. She's not afraid of it. She'll come to me to get all harnessed up and get in it so she can go outside. And she has learned to pee and poop from the chair, and that's very nice. She don't, because her rear legs, she can't squat and then stand back up. There's one wheelchair company out there makes one called Sit and Go, but the problem is she can't raise herself up because her back legs don't work. So this has worked out real good for Marley. And I leave her in it, 15, 20 minutes, whatever. I don't want to leave her in too long because she's walking around on her front legs, But she's getting to where if she wants to move, she can move. If she don't want to, she just sort of sits there. There's the elusive Bigfoot. Oh, come on, I'll stop the video. Come on. Come on. I thought everybody, my wife is as elusive as Bigfoot. A couple of shout-outs, a few shout-outs to folks that donated. Cliff, up there in Highland, Michigan, let me tell you something, buddy. I know you say, when are you going to send me another t-shirt? Because I told you, I said, it took me so long last time. I said, I'll just send it to you first, then I'll wait for you to pay me, instead of the other way around. Anyway, I went to the post office, and they wouldn't accept your zip code. They said the zip code don't match. And I said, well, it matched last time. So I figured in all them packages I done, as tired as I was, maybe I boogered up the address or something. So I come back to the house and I pulled it up. No, that's your town. And I went back, so here I go back to the post office because I said I'm not going to delay Cliff anymore. The poor man's about to have a coronary as it is. So I go back to the post office with just Cliff's package. And I says, this is the right zip code. And the guy still stood there 15 minutes trying to sort it out. He finally said, to hell with it. I'll let them sort it out in Michigan. So he sent it off. But I don't know, you may have to start using that 4-digit tag that they stick behind a zip code maybe. I don't know. Or go to your post office and see if that township you're in has got any kind of weird attachment, you know. But USPS in the post office, they didn't recognize it, but online they do. Crazy. Jeremy, IB Netman. Bubba, I still need your address so I can send you some decals. And let's see here. Felix Torres, same thing. I don't have your address. TL Network Flea Market, I need your address. Hector Pedraza, Michael Ayers, Forrest Boyd, Barbara DeMatro, Brownie Points Pet Treats, Armory of the Past, Ricky Knott, Mark Tanner. You bloody Aussie, I'll need your address, mate. Now send me your address, mate, so I can send you a couple of decals. I know. Funny as hell, let's do damn American try to speak Australian accent. Thing of it is, people talk about my accent. Hell, I ain't even got one. I don't know where they're getting it. Anyway, Mark, down there in Australia, I want your damn address so I can send you a couple of decals. Now, the decals are already made, and I told you people I didn't want no charity. I wanted to earn this money. So let me do. You did your part, and we got a wheelchair for Marley. Got her orthopedic bed, and we got enough money to buy her medicine for a year. So you all have done your part. Please let me do mine, so I feel like I'm doing my part too. You know, like I said originally, I don't like charity. I ain't gonna return nobody's money, but you know, I really would like to say that I earned some of it anyhow. Melissa, bless your heart, don't make me go back through 6 months of emails or a year of emails just to find your address where I sent your t-shirt. Remember, I got a picture of you out there in the ocean wearing a t-shirt. So I've got your address somewhere, but don't make me have to dig in there and look it up. So Melissa Jennings, you send me your address again so I can send you a couple of decals on it. Walter Raymond, you parody dude. Claudia Erb, you said, honey, you said you wanted 4 decals, but you didn't give me your address. So make sure you send me your address so I can take care of you. John Ketcherson, Eddie Imperial, you asked me to send you 2 decals, but again, I don't have your address. Timothy Palm, Gary Hill, Donovan Murphy Webb Consulting, old Captain Dave White, I want your freaking address. I can't send you some decals if you don't send me an address, Dave. Tidbit Security, need y'all's address so I can send you something. Jody Spraker, she says she don't want nothing. Well, tough shit. Send me your address so I can send you something anyway. I can't ever tell you might like it. Alright, that's got everybody. So if I called out your name, I ain't got your address. And I want to do my part, you know. I just, you know, I don't like, I'm real picky when it comes to charity, giving people money. especially these darn preachers, when they're out there riding around in Cadillacs and big fine Lincolns and being driven in the limousine, and they've got a freaking mansion that the Lord himself would be proud to live in, and they're wearing all kinds of jewels and diamonds and gold and suits that cost $1,000. They don't need my damn money. And one thing, like I said, I don't want to be associated with none of them SOBs that take advantage of people and just want to hold their hand out and get money, you know. Like I said, I want to earn mine. I want to work for it, and so let me do my part, please. Let's see. Let me tell you the story on me trying to get this damn wheelchair here from UPS. So the company, they send me the tracking number. Okay, cool. So I'm checking it every day, and it says, okay, we got you scheduled for delivery between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. on whatever day it was last week, Thursday maybe, I don't know. Anyway, your package is supposed to be delivered between 9 and 1. Fine. Then the night before delivery, they send me a notice that says your package will be delivered between 1 and 5. Fine. So I sit here at my house with this door wide ass open, waiting. Of course, I was working on decals, I was working on packaging up stuff, I was busy. And just kept waiting. And hell, if I didn't even see the UPS van, these dogs would have barked just as soon as the vehicle come down the driveway. Well, pardon me, it got to be about 10 minutes after 3 and there ain't no package. So I get online and I check the tracking number and it says it was delivered at my front door at 2:09 p.m. Well, hell it was. And I said, this shit ain't right. So I contacted UPS and I said, you know, either your driver is mistaken or your driver's a damn liar, one or the other. Now, let's just call it the way it is. Now, anybody can make a mistake, right? Anybody can make a mistake. Nobody's perfect. But how do you read the address on something and then take it to a house that the house number is different? If you're making minimum wage because it's an entry-level job and you're being trained and you're new, I expect mistakes to be made. And that's why companies pay minimum wage. Is, you know, they got to pay to train you. And you're going to make mistakes and it'll be a while before you're a proficient machine. So, you know, they have to give you low wages to begin with. But UPS, they pay their people good. And more per hour than I've ever earned. So I call customer service, and you can't call your local office. You can't do that because their number's private. They don't want people aggravating the hell out of them, is what it is. So I call customer service, and I end up talking to somebody. For all, I think they was in the damn Philippines. And I'm raising all kinds of tarnation. And I'm saying, you know, something ain't right here. Well, sir, the paperwork said, the driver says he delivered it to your front door at 2:09 p.m. I said, well, here it is after 3 o'clock, and I'm telling you it's not here at my front door, and I've been here all damn day long, and my door is wide ass open. Okay, well, you can expect a call within an hour. We're going to contact the local dispatch there, and they'll call the driver and find out what's up. Fine, thank you. So I'm getting a little bit perturbed and a little bit concerned because this was Marley's wheelchair, and it was expensive. And you set a package on somebody's front porch, you know, you hear about stuff getting ripped off all the time. And I sure didn't want Marley's wheelchair stolen. And I studied on it, and I decided I'd go hunt for it. And lo and behold, I find it at the neighbor's house. Now, my mailbox has my house number on it, although my house says 200 feet from the street, and you do have to drive down my driveway with limited visibility because I get big tall hedges growing on both sides, because I don't like people across the street to be able to look in my front door. So I have, you know, I've built a natural, I don't know, fence, vision block, I don't know, whatever you call it, blind, camouflage, whatever. Anyway, you cannot see in my front door from the road. So I go next door to the house number that's totally different than mine, and their number is even on their mailbox too. And there sat Marley's wheelchair. Well, there sat a package, and I went up to it, and that's what it was, all right. And hell, the damn package is almost 20 pounds, and I didn't appreciate having towed it that far neither. Didn't like having to do their damn job for them. But that's all right. I brought it home. And then finally the UPS lady running the local office calls. And she says, well, the driver says he delivered it. And I said, ma'am, I've been sitting here at my house all day long with my door open. Your driver has never entered my driveway today. Well, the driver said he put it under, right below the no trespassing sign. I said, lady, there is no trespassing sign on my property. I said, your driver is mistaken. Well, I'll have him drive by there and get to the bottom of it. I said, that'd be fine. Okay. Now here's what I expected to happen. Well, first of all, and I did find out this was a substitute driver. He was filling in for someone that was taking some vacation time, or a day off, whatever. And what I expected to happen was the driver to drive by, realize, well, wait a minute, this ain't the right address, and then come to my house and apologize to me and say, sir, I don't know what happened. I took the package next door. I am very sorry. And then I would have explained to the man, it's okay, I figured that out. I went hunting and I found it. And that's all I wanted. All I wanted was them to just simply apologize for making a mistake. What is it about people today that can't acknowledge and take responsibility for making a mistake? You know, if you're wrong, you're wrong. Admit it. There's nothing to be ashamed of. We all make mistakes. And I wasn't all bent out of shape about the man making a mistake. It happens. However, you never come to my house. So about 20 minutes passed by from when I first had a conversation with the lady, and then she calls me and she says, well, the driver went by there and said that the package is missing. It must have been taken in by the people that live there. He delivered it to such and such number, which is my next door neighbor. And I said, ma'am, I said, there is no one living in that house next door. No one lives there, so no one took my package in the house. I said, why didn't the driver go? I said, but it's okay. I said, because when you said that he put it underneath a no trespassing sign, I went hunting and I found, no. She said, the driver said it's not there. And she says, well, I don't know what to say. How it could be there 20 minutes ago, and then now it's not. I said, beg your pardon? Well, 20 minutes ago the driver said it was there, and now that you know, when I first called you, now it's not there. You know, she's insinuating I went and got it. So, you know, the package has only been sitting there 20 minutes. I said, are you know, what's with you, lady? I said, the man says he delivered the package at 2:09, and it's now after 5 o'clock. Where are you getting 20 minutes? And then she come up with the excuse, well, he said that your house numbers were faded and hard to read. My house numbers are faded and hard to read. However, the numbers where he delivered the package were perfectly clear and easy to read. So obviously that's not the right damn house, right? Making all kinds of excuses. And I said, well, it's okay. I said, but you know, I was kind of expecting the man to just, you know, come by here and you know, apologize. Well, she said he wanted to, but I told him not to because he had other deliveries to make. So the guy's right here in the street, right here in front of my house, looking at the neighbor's porch and realizes the package isn't there. He could easily just pull down my driveway or walk 200 feet to my house and say, sir, I'm sorry, I delivered it next door. And I told the lady, and then I could have told him, it's okay, I found it. She said, so you found your package? I said, yes, ma'am, I did your driver's job for him. Well, people make mistakes every day. I said, yes, ma'am, they do. But they ought to be willing to own up to their mistakes instead of trying to lie their way out of them. And this crap about my numbers being too faded on my house, I said, you can't even see my house from the road. All I've got is a driveway, and the numbers are on my mailbox right next to my driveway. I'm trying real hard not to use bad words because I had a very nice conversation with a pastor that sent me a tract from his Old Rugged Cross Baptist Church over in North Carolina. That's North Carolina. Yes, it's the Old Rugged Cross Baptist Church, 2506 Shoal Creek Church Road, Shelby, North Carolina. The Brother Jerry Allen, pastor. How you doing, Brother Jerry? Anyway, since I know I got some preachers out there, I am trying to not use such coarse language. I think I can get the point across. But now, if it comes to mechanic work, you know, it's going to be too bad. But anyway, I'm just disappointed the way people are turning out nowadays. They just won't even own up for making a mistake. It's real simple. And you know, if you would just, like I said, if the feller, they just bothered to, you know, pull up my driveway and say, hey man, I sure am sorry. Yeah. Hey man, things happen. But when his boss tries to lie their way out of it, man, it pisses me off. Anyway, if y'all are ever in Shelby, North Carolina, go see the Brother Jerry Allen, pastor. He mailed this to me. Oh, he is the brother to the feller that told me about their 100-year-old daddy that is still out there planting a garden, and I got a picture of him wearing doing it cheap. I like doing it cheap t-shirt. I've got to post that if I have them. I'm going to try to make sure I do it on this video. Anyway, this thing mailed had the phone number on it. So I called him up. He answers his telephone. And I says, is this Brother Jerry Allen? Yes, it is. I says, Brother Allen, I said, greetings and salutations from the Ministry of Doing It Cheap. What? I said, Brother Allen, greetings and salutations from the Ministry of Doing It Cheap. Anyway, we had a good conversation there for about 10 or 15 minutes. Enjoyed talking to Brother Allen out there. Anyway, I tell you what, this daggum UPS, they something else. And then I had a follow-up from the home office, you know, because I had registered a complaint about my package. And all they did was just send me a canned response. Driver said he left the package at the front door at 2:09 p.m. That was my whole complaint. So then I fired back a response to them and told them I was none too happy. Enough of the negative. Let me tell you what happened yesterday. I heard about this. I come across this a cappella group called Pentatonics. They did what's called a cover. They did a cover of this girl's music. She called herself Lorde, Lorde, and she did a song. Can't think of the name of the song now. Royals. Because I never be royal. Anyway, Pentatonics did an a cappella version of it. Just, pardon me, just beautiful. And I've been listening to it. I was thinking about doing a cover on it saying, I'll never be skinny. Skinny. I'll always be fat. Anyway, watching Pentatonics on YouTube, I come across this other a cappella group called Home Free. Now, for those of you that have never heard of Home Free, H-O-M-E, free, F-R-E-E, Home Free. Look them up on YouTube. It's 5 young men. They're an a cappella group. And this one thing that has become popular nowadays, which we didn't have when I was a kid, was the guy going making all the drum sounds and all kinds of crap. So they got him and then 4 singers, you know. Back in the day it was like a barbershop quartet. You had 4 men that harmonized. Well, now then they've added a beatboxer, I think that's what they call it. A beatboxer in there where he imitates the musical instruments. So anyway, they seem like real nice young men, and I really enjoyed their music because the music that they sing, you can understand the words to it. There ain't no hate lyrics. It's just wholesome, good music and good singing. And they do country, they do a little rock and roll, and they do a little bit of gospel. And they're really, really a nice group of young men that are doing this. So I watch them for a week or so on the internet, on YouTube, and they mentioned, you know, we're going to be on tour maybe in your area. So I did a little more researching, and I found out that they was going to be down here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, which is about 1.5 hours from here. And so hell, I got online, and there was tickets, and the tickets was only like $32 or something like that. And I was like 11 rows from the stage, so it wasn't very far off stage, good seats. So I asked my wife, I said, honey, would you like to go to a concert? Well, she's all, yeah. Who is it, you know, what kind of music and all that? Because heck, I hadn't took her to a concert in probably 15 years. I think it was ZZ Top. And let's see, I took her to see Fleetwood Mac and took her to see the Eagles. So the Eagles, Fleetwood Mac, and ZZ Top. That tells you about my era. But anyway, that was more for her because I like country music. But anyway, she says, okay. So this is, like I said, this a couple of months ago I bought these tickets and they were for last night, April 15th. And, you know, my little pistol, I don't go out without it. And the last time I was in downtown Chattanooga, you had to wade your way through the homeless people and the drug dealers and the hookers and all that. I mean, you had to just part them out of the way to walk down the sidewalk. Well, I wasn't real excited about going in this area until I started doing a little more research, and I found out that they were rejuvenating this street. And I was pleasantly surprised when I got there because a lot of money had been spent. And it appeared that any building that was too decrepit to be restored, hell, they plowed it down, turned it into a parking lot. So I had my pistol in my front pocket. I've got my permit. And we walk all up and down the street. Broad Street in Chattanooga. You can Google it. Broad Street, and the Tivoli Theater, Tivoli, Tivoli Theater. And this theater was the first theater in the South. It was, well, it wasn't the first theater in the South, but it was named the Jewel of the South, and it was the first theater in the South to get air conditioning. And it was the place to go until television came to be, and you know, people stopped going out to the theater because they could watch television. So it became, it got down to a state of disrepair, and you know, basically falling in on itself, I guess. And private concerns and federal money and state money, who knows, all kinds of money went in to restore this building back to its grandeur, and put it on the, made it a landmark, put on the Register of Historical Buildings, whatever. Anyhow, beautiful, beautiful venue. So, like I said, I got my pistol. And in Tennessee, the law is you can have a pistol in your pocket. You can carry a weapon. And you can go in there where they're selling alcohol, but you can't be drinking. You can't be mixing alcohol with your firearm. So I wasn't drinking. But me and the wife, we went to go get pizza. Little restaurant, in case you're in Chattanooga, called Lupi's, L-U-P-I''S. We walked in, it looked like we stepped back to the 1960s and early 70s. And I was expecting any minute for the back door to open, you know, and see a couple of guys back there smoking, hitting a joint or something, you know. But the pizza was really good. Wife had Yingling and I had Dr. Pepper. So we're moseying up down the street. You know, we got there plenty early because a redneck, he always shows up way too early to be anywhere. And I get to the theater and there's a local sheriff's deputy in there with a magnetic wand. And I says to him, I said, listen, I said, I have a permit to carry what's in my pocket. Is that not allowed here? He said, oh no, not allowed in the building. I said, really? Yeah. So you're going to have to put it in the car. I said, man, I'm glad we stopped by just to check the place out then, because I'd hate to have to walk all the way back 2.5 blocks to the car right before the show started. So anyway, I had to put my pistol in the trunk of the car. But turned out, after talking to him, he says, no, man, this place is cleaned up down here. We only saw 2 or 3 homeless folk. And I ain't got nothing against nobody's homeless. I mean, we all get down the dumps. But you know, it's a little frustrating whenever you see them make about $200 or $300 a day. And then whenever they shuffle away from where they was begging, then they get in their nice car and drive home. And I'm not, I don't mean to be a holier than thou reformed cigarette smoker. But when cigarettes are $5 and $6 a pack, you know, that's 25 to 30 cents per cigarette. And you got some old woman sitting there smoking a cigarette saying, "You got any change?" Well, I'm sorry. Just ain't doing it. I ain't giving no change. Somebody sitting there smoking on 30-cent cigarettes. I ain't doing it. But anyway, I digress. The bottom line is, this performance we saw was just out freaking standing. And the first thing I did when I got home or got up this morning is I checked to see was they performing anywhere else, but nowhere near. But if you get a chance to see the group Home Free, I strongly urge you to do it. And just as soon as you hear about them coming to your area, see if you can get tickets down front, down close. Oh, another thing is, it was like a 2-hour show, and in the middle, after the first hour or so, after the first set, they had intermission. And that's where you go to the bathroom, get you a drink, whatever. They were selling their CDs and t-shirts and hats and pictures and all that. And they had a 8x10 picture. I don't know what the wife did with it. Sold a 8x10 photograph for $5, and their CDs is $20. And my wife bought that, not realizing that after the show, they had an autograph session. And all 5 of the boys sat there at the table, and they signed anything you wanted autographed until everybody that wanted an autograph got one. I've never seen that ever, ever, ever. But they sat there and they autographed. Just boom, 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 boom. But the line moved kind of quick, and they took the time to shake my wife's hand, because I was handling merchandise, and they shook my wife's hand. Every one of them did, and they were very, very nice to her, and they just seemed like really nice folk. So that's my plug for the day. Go see Home Free. Well, I've rambled enough. I've talked about who needs to send me their address. I've talked about UPS, the shirts, and Home Free. And I reckon that's a long enough coffee chat. I've probably done run 30 minutes, I don't know. But I really appreciate everything y'all are doing. Decals are still available because of these glucosamine tablets that I'll be buying for Marley. They're kind of expensive, so anybody that wants to donate $5 to call Bob for signs at yahoo.com. If you want to send $5, they get you a I Like Doing It cheap decal. And if you send $10, you get a I Like Doing It cheap decal and a decal that says, "I'll help Marley to walk and roll." Folks, have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Bye.